Here's a clue from the Nancy Drew case files. Captive witness. Rumor has it that Nancy Drew mystery story number 64, Captive Witness, published in 1981, actually began as a manuscript for the newest Hardy Boy title. In Captive Witness, Nancy joins Ned and other Emerson College students on a tour of Austria. It's revealed that the professor is actually working to help people leave Eastern Europe, and this trip is a cover to help 10 orphan children cross the border. Hungarian exchange student Eric Nagy is pretending to be paralyzed and is hiding the instructions in his wheelchair. Additionally, because most Nancy Drew stories have a secondary mystery, Nancy is asked by her father to track down a stolen negative of the film Captive Witness, a political film concerned with the oppression occurring in the director's home country in Eastern Europe. It was intended to be shown at the Vienna Film Festival. So why do people think that this was a case meant for Frank and Joe Hardy? For one thing, the pace of the mystery and the means in which the plot unfolds is unusual for a Nancy Drew case. Instead of working through a list of suspects, Nancy determines the villain early and spends most of the book tracking him down. Additionally, the politically charged plotline concerning the thinly veiled references to the USSR would be far more expected in a Hardy Boys mystery than in Nancy Drew. Another strange component was the inclusion of technology that Nancy doesn't typically use. While on the phone with her father, Nancy hears a tapping noise and fears that the call is being overheard. Mr. Drew reminds her that they constructed the phone system in the Drew home to make tapping it impossible. Mr. Drew is a criminal lawyer, so he absolutely works within the realm of confidentiality, but why would he be taking those calls inside of his own house? This special phone system makes more sense in the home of Fenton Hardy, Frank and Joe's father, who took up a private investigating practice after leaving the New York Police Department. Nancy and Ned are kidnapped later in the story and kept in the back of a car that is both soundproof and airtight. As they escape, the dialogue exchanged doesn't read like a typical conversation between Nancy and her boyfriend, but the dry humor is reminiscent of a conversation between an older and younger brother. Maybe it's flooded, Ned suggested. Oh, Nancy said in exasperation, why does everyone always say that when you can't start a car? Because that's generally what's wrong. And the gadgets Nancy uses contribute to this theory as well. During the escape, she surprises her captors with a fake book that releases tear gas. And after they get the car running, Nancy and Ned find that it is an amphibian as air pontoon sacks release from the sides and the engine power converts to a propeller drive shaft. I can't tell you definitively who was actually meant to solve this mystery, but I can recommend that you read some Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys to decide for yourself.